Welcome back to Cooking Like Medea. My name is Tania. So today I am prepping for my Christmas dinner. Let me take these off so they stop glaring. Prepping for my Christmas dinner. I am doing a prime rib. So what I do is I go and get a prime rib and I have it trimmed down. This one actually has the bone in it, and if you know anything about your cuts of meat, then you know that there are it's more flavor with bone in than there is boneless. And I am going to brine this prime rib for at least 6 to 8 hours. You can do it for up to 24, but I have a rub that I like to put on my prime rib to permeate the meat a little bit more with a sort of butter. So what I'm doing here is I am going to get everything ready. So I have taken um, some rosemary and I've taken it off of the stem, right? Separating it real good. The same with some thyme, taking it off. I have some onions. I have some fresh garlic in here, and I am going to chop that up some. So sit back, watch it, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, let's get with it. I'm gonna chop this up first. Because I'm brining, this does not have to be a great chop. A rough chop is just fine. Uh-oh. Oh my God, though. But it smells amazing. Right? To that, I have a brining bag. And in this brining bag, I'm going to add, and I'll have the recipe. I'm going to add some red wine. I know. I'm going to add some Worcestershire. You think it's only for steaks. I add more than what my recipe says. I will acknowledge that. I'm going to add all that together. I'm going to add some kosher salt. I'm going to add some lemon juice. I didn't have any fresh, so concentrate will work. And I'm going to add some pepper. Now, if you can only imagine, this is smelling amazing already. I'm also going to add some water to this so that it's a real brine. About 4 cups of water. Okay. and a brine. A brine is a liquid that you create to soak your meat in for some hours. I'm still going to put a rub on it, but this is to just get all in there, if you will. Now I'm going to take my prime rib. I'm going to rinse it off because we wash our meat. Some people tie theirs up. Not going to tie this up. Now, you might see costume change. That's because this is going to brine for hours, maybe even until the morning. Uh-oh. Guess what? My bag has a hole in it. So let me see if I can hurry up and grab this so we don't have no issues. Perfect. See that? I just bought these. Son of a biscuit. Much better. I think. Yeah, I think that's better. And then I have my twisty tie. And we're going to come back to this later on and do the next part. But first part is complete while it's in the refrigerator, or if I want to put it in an ice bath. You want to make sure that you turn it so that it brines on all sides. See that? Much better. All right, gonna get started. Let's see, these will make you hear me better. Nope. All right, so let's go on and get started. So today we are finishing up. Can't find anything anymore. Oh, all right. Instead of the 6 to 8 hours, I allow my prime rib to soak in the brine all night. And it was in the refrigerator. And that's not a bad thing. So I am chopping up some more rosemary. I know it was in rosemary all night, and garlic, and onions, and the wine, and the Worcestershire. And so we talk about all the time how we keep building on flavors. So I'm going to keep building with those flavors, and I'm going to add a few more extra things. And so first, let me say Merry Christmas. Um, yeah, we went to bed. No kids in the house. We old. Well, we have the 20, soon to be 21-year-old, but what I appreciate about that kid there is that he's gotten so much stuff all of his life. Right now, all he's really worried about is quality time. That means I did something right. The cookie baking, looking at all of the lights outside, driving around, wearing goofy sweaters. He with it. And I appreciate that. So, in my bowl, I'm going to take this rosemary. What I'm making is a compound butter. People sell them. You can make your own compound butter. I want to make sure you can see that. I am going to add all my rosemary that's going all over the place. I'm going to add some coarse pepper. And of course, like I said before, all of the recipe is posted. Coarse pepper, some kosher salt, some minced garlic, and a stick of the butter. And so, again, building on those flavors, it is showtime for the prime rib. My butter is soft. Had it out all night. And if you're making a stick of butter, all you need is wax paper. You can roll this into a cylinder and it will do what it needs to do. Some people like putting the cold pats of butter between each slice of prime rib, and you can. That's up to you. I don't. So that's ready. Now, we're going to make the rub. So again, some more coarse salt. Coarse salt. It's actually coarse kosher salt. I kind of mix those words up. Some more coarse pepper. And again, you want to do a nice amount because you want it to go real good on your meat. I'm going to add some coriander. I know, me and my flavors, right? It's going to make this pop so wonderfully. And now I'm going to do onion powder and garlic powder on the outside of this because remember we have the actual garlic in the butter. And then, of course, we had the onion and the garlic in the brine. This is dill. I'm going to add some dill to this. I know, probably thinking about these flavors. Oh my God, what's happening here? And behind me, you can see my prime rib there. I put it in the refrigerator. I took it out this morning. And then we have some smoked paprika. Yes, there is a difference. I have some smoked paprika and I have some Hungarian paprika. And yes, there is an absolute difference. Then I'm just going to add some black pepper, regular black pepper over here, just for good measure. I'm going to mix that all together there. Can you taste it? Yes, you can. Okay. Now, still in my bag here. I gotta get me a mic that attached to my iPad so you can hear me when I walk away. I want you guys to see it. This is what it looks like. Okay? I leave the remnants on there. It's not gonna do anything bad. But now I need an adhesive for the other stuff to stick. And that's gonna be my EVO oil, extra virgin olive oil. Remember, building flavors, this is how you build them. And so, I'm patting all of this on. Yes, I know I'm going to have to clean this up. That's okay. I don't mind. And then on top of this, I'm going to add my butter compound. I know. And what that's going to do is it's going to give a nice, crisp outer layer as it smokes. Because I'm going to smoke this. You can do it in the oven. You can smoke it. I like smoking it. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to leave my hands. Should have put on some gloves. But I like to feel it. Go figure. Probably my hands against the meat. Get a spatula and smooth it in. I got too much butter on my hands. while this is cooking, it's going to cook outside of my smoker. I will start on my cake. Yeah, you see the difference? For whatever reason, hands are too warm. But this, it'll allow. Much better. We'll come back. If you're not ready to start this, what you can do is you can take some plastic wrap and roll it up in the plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator until you're ready to put this in the smoker, because you don't want the butter compound to drop off. You don't. Ooh, so exciting. And what's going to happen when it smokes? It's going to melt down and cover everything anyway. When you cook it, try to cook it on a pan and sit it on a rack so that those juices fall down onto the pan by itself. If you cook it in the oven, make sure to sear the outside first. Right? Really hot pan with some oil and just 2 to 3 minutes on each and every side. That gives you a great, crisp, wonderful crust. I didn't say it again. However you're watching this video, thank you. If you're on YouTube, please go to Cooking Like Medea and you will see the full videos of this wonderful prime rib. So I've started my smoker. You should use fruit woods. In there I have apple and cherry wood. You see the smoke is working. I have the prime rib, the seasoned, the brining, the compound butter is all ready. And so now I'm going to put it in the smoker. It's going to go in there for about an hour. And after an hour, I'm going to add my thermometer so that I don't overcook my prime rib. My son and I, we like a medium rare. So it'll be at approximately 135 degrees. When it's at 135 degrees, I know it's done. But after that hour, I put the thermometer in there, and then it's going to cook for 3 to 4 more hours. Okay? So, here we go. Woo! You know you got a good smoke. Always want to make sure you got the grates in proper so that the meat is not touching anything. Second time I tripped recording. Jesus Christ. And then it goes. Again, in an hour, I'm come back and check this. About every 30 minutes or so, I'll check to make sure that I have enough wood in there. I put some in, and I also put some in my reserve. So all of that is in there. I have a mixture of apple wood as well as the cherry. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some more in the reserve. Everybody has a different kind of smoker, so different smokers do different things. Some with the pellets and some with wood chips. Mine is wood chips. So we'll be back in an hour to check on it. Remember, subscribe, Cooking Like Medea. All right. It has rested. It sat covered. And now it's the time. So we're going to take this out. Ooh. And here's the juice that we're going to make au jus with. I like to take the au jus and whatever it's in, and I start to cook it down. So that's going over there while we handle this over here. This registered at 140 degrees. I actually have an electric knife. And I'm just going to cut it. See that? Perfect. I'll cut that one a little thicker. So good. Okay. My house likes medium rare. Again, you cook it longer for what you all like. Y'all see this bone here? Big dinosaur bone. But I'm just going to cut that through. Okay? Not going to play with you while I do this, but I am Gonna bring you back so we can make this au jus. Okay. You see that? It's looking good. Final step. Want to make the au jus with you, so you will enjoy it. So I put this right on the stove here. So I want to get all the goodness out. So it rendered all of the fat and everything else. That's the butter and the seasonings from earlier. We need all of that. And we got that cooking. And all we're going to do is add on these additional ingredients. So we can get our party started. See it popping? I'm going to add some Worcestershire sauce just to kick it up some more. Some salt and some pepper. That is completely it. And then we're going to make it not quite a gravy because we don't want it that thick. But we are going to add some flour to it. And remember, the longer it cooks down, that flour is just going to go ahead and dissolve. Doesn't matter how lumpy you see it at first. This is the final step here. If you know anything about me, you probably know I've cooked breakfast in between. I've talked to my family, opened up a couple of gifts. Excuse me. And as this slowly cooks down, again, we don't want it as thick as gravy, but we want it good. I'm going to add a little beef broth to it. Ooh, sorry. See, my cream spinach is over there done. And that's what an au jus looks like. And I'm just going to add that to the gravy boat. And we're all set for dinner. All right, guys. Thanks for subscribing.